Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Business Simplified, where we break down complex business concepts into simple and easy to understand language. Today, we are talking about something that I get asked almost all the time. How do I become my own boss? And it's not the Instagram version with beach laptops and passive income fantasies, but the real achievable process of turning your startup idea into a thriving business. And I get it that the 9 to 5 grind it wears you down. The commute, the office politics, and working on someone else's dream can be really exhausting. But the thing is that becoming self employed is not a piece of cake. It requires proper planning, discipline, and consistent execution. But the good news is that it's absolutely achievable if you follow a structured approach. Today, I'm breaking down the entire process into four main phases that will help you become your own boss. And stick around till the end because I've created a free employment readiness checklist for you to download and turn your ideas into action. So let's get started. Before quitting your job or investing all your savings, you need to start with honest self assessment. Ask yourself, are you genuinely ready for self employment? And this isn't just about having the right skills, but also about your life circumstances. When I started my business, I had to evaluate if I had the discipline to work without a boss, the financial stability to weather any uncertainty, and the support system to handle all that stress that comes with building a business. Make a simple list of your strengths and weaknesses. Maybe you're good with clients but terrible with paperwork. Or perhaps you're an amazing creator but struggle with sales. Understanding these patterns will help you decide what business to pursue and where you might need help. For example, my friend Sarah knew that she was an excellent graphic designer, but she hated marketing herself. This self awareness led her to partner with a marketing savvy colleague, which was me, when launching her own design studio. Next, you need to determine what business you actually want to build. If you already have an idea, then great. But if not, here's a simple exercise. List your top skills, your interests, and problems you're good at solving. Wherever these three overlap is your sweet spot. Take my client Miguel, for example. He was a corporate IT manager who also loved fitness and was great at explaining technical concepts. So he started a business setting up home fitness technology for non tech savvy clients. Simple yet so effective. Once you have an idea, you need to validate it before going all in. This means confirming if real people will actually pay for what you are offering. The simplest validation method is talking to potential customers. When I started this channel, I interviewed around 20 small business owners about their biggest challenge before creating a single video. These answers shaped everything about Business Simplified. You can also test market demand by offering a simplified version of your service to a few clients while you're still employed. This provides real feedback and maybe even testimonials before you fully commit. Now that you have a validated idea, it's time to plan your transition and get your finances in order. Most successful entrepreneurs don't just quit their jobs overnight. They create a deliberate transition plan. You have three main options. First, the side hustle approach, building your business nights and weekends while keeping your job. And this is how I started, working 6 to 9 every weeknight and Saturdays on Business Simplified until I reached 50% of my corporate income. Second, the part time transition, reducing to part time at your current job while growing your business. This works well if your employer values your work enough to keep you on reduced hours. Third, the clean break, quitting entirely to focus on your business. This approach requires more savings but gives you full focus from day one. Speaking of savings, financial preparation is absolutely critical. At minimum, you need 6 months of personal living expenses, enough startup capital to launch your business, a detailed budget for both personal and business spending. Let me be real with you. I saved for 14 months before making my transition, cutting unnecessary expenses and picking up extra consulting work. It wasn't fun, but that financial cushion saved me during my first slow quarter. Next, Create a basic business plan. You don't need a 50-page document that nobody will read. Instead, focus on answering these key questions. Who exactly is your customer? What specific problems are you solving for them? How will you make money? What are your startup and monthly operating costs? And how will you find and keep your customers? If you want, I have created a business planning workbook which will guide you answer all of these questions in detail and give you a clear roadmap to starting your business. I will link that down in the description. With your plan in place, it's time to make things official by setting up legal structure and operations. First, choose and register your business name. Pick something memorable that reflects what you do and make sure it's available as a domain name and on social platforms as well. Before finalizing, say it out loud repeatedly and share it with friends. You'll be saying this name thousands of times. Next, select your legal structure. As a new solo entrepreneur, you'll typically choose between sole proprietorship, which is the simplest to set up but offers no personal liability protection. Then there is limited liability company, which involves more paperwork but protects your personal assets. Don't forget permits and licenses. Depending on your industry and location, you may need specific permissions to operate legally. A quick Google search for your industry and your city permits will point you in the right direction. Now, set up your financial system. First, open a separate bank account and never mix your personal and business finances. Then, choose an accounting software. I use QuickBooks, but FreshBooks and Wave are also good options. Then, set up a system for tracking expenses and invoicing. These financial basics will save you massive headache at tax time and help you understand if your business is actually profitable. Finally, create your workspace. If you're working from home, designate a specific area solely for your business. Even if it's just a small corner of your living room, that's fine. Having physical boundary helps maintain work-life balance when your home becomes your office. When I started out, my office was a desk in my guest room. It wasn't anything fancy, but it was a dedicated space where I could focus on building my business. With your business legally established, it's time to build your market presence and find your first customer. Start by creating a simple website. You don't need anything complex, just a clear description of what you offer and how it helps people, and how to contact you. Don't forget that. Platforms like Squarespace, Wix, Shopify make this easy even if you're not very tech savvy. Next, establish your social media presence, but don't try to be everywhere. Pick one or two platforms where your ideal customers actually spend time. Most important step, getting your first client. The easiest place to start are your existing professional network, your former colleagues, etc., friends and family referrals, local business networking groups, and even online communities that are specific to your industry. When approaching potential clients, focus on their specific problems and how you can help solve them, and not on selling yourself. For example, instead of saying, I am a new business consultant looking for clients, I would say, I help small businesses reduce their operational cost by 20% in 90 days. Something like that. Now, as you gain clients, prioritize delivering exceptional work. Word of mouth referrals from happy customers will become your most powerful marketing tool. My first 5 clients brought in my next 15 through direct referrals. Finally, create system to track what's working out and what isn't. A simple spreadsheet showing where each client came from helps you focus your limited time and energy on the most effective channels. So there you have it, the 4 phases of becoming your own boss. Honest self-assessment, strategic planning, legal setup, and market presence. Remember, this journey isn't linear and it's rarely as quick as we hope and as quick as what we see on social media. It took me nearly 18 months from for my idea to full-time self-employment. There were setbacks, really slow periods, and plenty of doubt along the way. But I can tell you this. The moment you realize you're fully supporting yourself through a business that you have built, that feeling is worth every late night and uncertainty. So start from where you are, Maybe today that just means creating your strength and weaknesses list or saving an extra $100 towards your runaway fund. And small, consistent steps will get you there. To help you take action, I've created a comprehensive self employment readiness checklist that breaks down all the 12 steps that we have covered into specific action items. Click the link in the description to download it for free and start your business journey to become your own boss. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button and subscribe for more no fluff business advice. And tell me in the comments, what is your biggest question about becoming self employed? This is Nishtha from Business Simplified, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.